Hey guys, what's up? It's Bibsy7 here again, and welcome to another RuneScape 3 vlog here today. In this video, I'm going to be talking about this week's update, which just came out, and which I'm actually making some use of right now, actually, by disassembling these mental kite shields. The Skillcape perks, including the Master Skillcape perks and the tweaks to existing Skillcape perks, came out today, and for some reason they actually have a banner for this on the website. I don't know if they're going to be doing banners for every content update now or not, but usually they only have these banners for like big updates like Solok or something like that, or like the Temple of Amanishi, but for some reason it is now on the main page as a big banner, Master Skillcape perks. Just doesn't seem like something that would be worthy of such a thing unless they were moving to do it for every single update, so we'll have to wait and see on that. But yeah, I'm just going to go into it here. I did talk about this a little bit in my video about the August behind the scenes or month ahead or whatever, but I didn't go through the actual perks because I wanted to save it for this video. So they have changed several of the existing Skillcape perks because quite honestly a lot of them were trash, and a lot of them still are trash, to be honest with you, if you ask me. And it's really annoying to me that they don't just allow the max and comp capes to use all perks, because there is very few perks that would be very useful in conjunction with one another, like for like combat or something. A lot of perks only affect the skill itself while you're training it, so it doesn't really make much sense as to why you can only have 3 of each of these. It's just annoying, but either way, they changed the agility perk. I don't know what the previous perks were for these, so forgive me for that, but they changed the agility perk so that you no longer fail any agility obstacles. And this is honestly completely useless in my eyes. I don't see where this would ever come in handy. Where do you ever really do a lot of agility shortcuts and fail? The Heffen course, which is the best for XP per hour besides the Wilderness course with Demonic Skull, is unfailable, so you can't fail any obstacles on the Heffen course. But I don't really know. I know you can still fail the Wilderness course, I think, even at 99, which is kind of stupid to be honest, but you could wear it there, I guess. I don't really know how many people actually train at the Wilderness course, considering people can PK you and stuff. But other than that, I mean, like, am I really going to get out my agility cape to go like do a shortcut across the lake, like across the river in Ardy? I don't even know if you can fail that at 99, but like still, that just seems super useless to me. I don't see what they were thinking, to be honest. For HP, it retains the current effect, which I believe was you heal faster over time, but now it also works in combat, so it'll be actually a bit useful to have that on your cape, which I actually did swap out my range perk for that on my max cape. I'm not sure what something better would be to, instead of the defense cape, I could probably have something else, but I don't really know. It doesn't make a huge difference at all, I don't think. The construction Skillcape perk has a chance to save planks when building in your player-owned house. Case in point, something that only matters when you're training the skill itself. But I don't even know what it was before. I wish it could tell you to your house. That would be nice to have on there. Crafting provides a chance to cut all gems in your inventory at once, which is pretty big, to be honest, especially for like double XP weekend coming up. Could really improve your XP per hour if you're cutting gems, so that one's pretty interesting actually, but again, only useful when training the skill itself. Divination now makes wisps last a fixed amount of time when harvested from, which is actually pretty interesting. That's going to make it a lot more like easy to train div while AFKing, because you'll know exactly when the wisp is going to die and when you have to look again and click. So I actually like that one, but once again, only useful when training the skill itself. So these are just this is just to reinforce my opinion that they should all be on the max cape. Fire making will have fire spirits give better rewards, which I don't know what those better rewards are, but they're not going to be too good, I'm sure. Again, only useful while training the skill. Fletching provides a chance to make extra bolts, arrows, and darts, which is useless unless it gives you extra XP for it. I'm not sure if it does or not, but again, only useful while training the skill itself. Hunter increases the effective range of your traps by 2 tiles, which is actually pretty useful, to be honest, I'm pretty sure. But again, only has an effect while you're training the skill. Prayer retains the current effect, which I believe was to have the burners always act as if they're lit in your house. I'm not sure if that's 100% correct or not, but it'll now also act as a first age cape if you own that. So that's good, I guess. Again, only useful while training the skill itself. And for thieving, this one's actually pretty big. All the drops you get from thieving will be noted, and this stacks with the RD cape if you own it. So this was actually pretty interesting to me because the first thing that came to mind obviously is perf thieving at the elves, and the main item I'm thinking of is the blue dragonhide scale dust. I'm not sure, or not dragonhide, the blue dragon scale dust. I'm not sure which clan gives that. I think it might be Mylir. I don't know the hell you pronounce that shit, but I think that will probably be pretty nice for that because those tend to fill up your inventory a lot, especially if you're like Iron Man and trying to get those to actually make potions with. So that one sounds pretty good. But again, only useful for training the skill itself. So how many of those? Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 out of the 10 that were changed are only useful when training the specific skill, and then the agility one is just straight useless overall. So again, I don't see why these couldn't all be added to just be on the max cape, except for something like the ranged one, which is just acting as an Ava's device, because that is one of the perks of the comp cape itself. So like that wouldn't make sense, but the ranged one could use a rework as well. But yeah, those are all the regular skill cape perks that were changed, and then the master skill capes, like the one I have on for Invention, now have perks themselves. So the reason I'm wearing it here is because it now gives an increased chance of receiving components while disassembling, and I think that just means like rare components, like whenever you see these things pop up like protective components or whatever the other ones are, strong components that I'm getting from these. I'm mainly disassembling these for deflecting components, but I might as well wear the cape to get extra strong components for making gizmos and dummies and stuff. So it is pretty nice to have that, and I might as well wear it while you're disassembling. But it doesn't work with the machines in the guild, so if you're using those, it won't work. So if you're disassembling like really high level stuff, then definitely wear your cape. But if you're you can still do the machines for like the garbage. The one for dungeoneering is you get a chance to choose which boss you face, which isn't that useful really, but it's a pretty low chance as well, so don't think that will make much difference, to be honest, but still. And Slayer is similar, and it gives you a chance to choose your Slayer task from the Slayer Master each time you get a new one. Again, probably a pretty low chance, but that's pretty nice to have. But I mean, I don't think I'm going to be training any Slayer after 120 anyway, so I'm not too worried about it, but still a cool perk. And then for the Master Quest Cape, there's a bunch of teleports to a bunch of different quest-related places. I think there's like 10 teleports or so, but when I looked at them on the Reddit, none of them really stood out as too useful, so I don't think it's super going to make any big differences in like if you're doing clues or something like that. They also made it so that the Expert Capes, which are categorized capes based on like a certain number of 99s that you can get, like I think there's one for all the combat skills as 99, you can add 2 skill capes to one of those. So you can get, I think it's the support skills cape, and put a dungeoneering and a slayer cape in there to make it a one cape for your teleports for like clues and stuff like that. So that's a little bit useful. Other than that, I don't think there is anything else interesting. They increase the chance of getting strange rocks and golden strange rocks in the skill while you're wearing the cape, so that'll be kind of annoying. Like you'll pretty much want to have like one of each cape and wear it when you're doing your strange rocks, which I don't really feel like doing. With this update, they've also made construction available to free-to-play, which is a bunch of different changes. I think you can only go level 5 or so probably, like with the other member skills, but like it's available to train, like, and you can get a POH in free-to-play, which is pretty cool, especially considering mobile's coming out soon, so that'll give new players a chance to try this skill if they're not buying membership yet. And that comes with a whole load of changes, none of which are really significant, to be honest, aside from the fact that the POH is available on free-to-play worlds. A couple of changes related to Solok. They made the Ancient Elven Ritual Shard tradable, which it was supposed to be when it came out last week, but they forgot, and I think it's around 50 mil right now, which is a bit too much, I'd say, considering it's the same rate as Cinderbane gloves, and it's way less useful than those. They also added torn grimoire pages to Solok's drop log. Oh yeah, they changed this whole interface too. I don't know if I like it or dislike it at the moment. I haven't decided, but they added these to his collection log, which is nice. I have done Solok. I think I've gotten 5 pages, but since it was only just now added, it doesn't count for when I got them before, which kind of sucks, but it'll be nice to see those on there once you start getting them. You get them pretty often, so yeah. They added a bunch of new different random changes for clans, which aren't really important to mention, I don't think. And then there were a couple of ninja fixes in here that I think I wanted to mention off. And what was that? Let's see. They changed the quest interface as well, alongside the beasts, obviously. So it doesn't look too much different. It probably looks a lot different if you haven't done the quest, which I can't show because I've done them all. But yeah, this is just a bunch of interfaces they're updating for. Keeping them all looking consistent, and for mobile as well. I believe they finally fixed a couple of the bugs in Dungeoneering, graphical bugs, which were really annoying. So I'm glad to see that they changed that. But yeah, they also say here that they've made optimizations to the prayer skill, including the way they work, which is very vague. So I hope they didn't break anything with that. But yeah, that's pretty much it for this week. Again, it was a pretty decent update. The Skillcape perks are pretty cool, although not a lot of them are super useful as usual, but still it's nice to see that they made changes and added ones to the Master Skillcapes. Next week we do have the second Elite Dungeon coming out, supposedly, unless it gets delayed again, but we'll have to wait and see on that. I should have a Collection King video and a Slayer video at some point this week, and I'll see you guys for that. Thanks for watching. Peace out.